close the door now?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, my hair look like real jacked up.
I don't think you can see it, like the details of it. No.
No.
On camera, no.
On camera, no.
There we go. We ready? She gave us the, okay.
Yeah.
Close the door. Close the door.
Take this off.
How are you?
What's up, world? Hey, Detroit.
How are you?
Detroit. How have you been?
I wanna be.
So you,
New York.
yeah.
Oh,
so you just tuned in.
Oh, that's Lady Gaga. Sorry.
You just tuned in to the Artist Therapy.
Artist therapy. We need therapy.
Yeah.
All of us.
That's
do.
why we meet every Friday, so we can get it out from the week.
Okay, because we've been extra.
Yeah. So you just tuned in Artist Therapy. On WJZZ's Cool TV. I'm your host, Robbie Taylor, and these are your wonderful co-hosts.
That's
Simon.
Black. Miss Teeny.
Miss Teeny.
And I'm Nortrice.
Hey.
What's up?
What's happening?
What's up? So today we're gonna be talking about artists, black artists from locally, Detroit, around the world, and artists and black museums. That should be pretty interesting, right? Yeah.
Very interesting.
I think so. So
very entertaining.
So first up, I want to talk about one of my favorite artists, Mr. Keontae Wiley.
Keontae.
You guys know Keontae
Keontae.
No.
Wiley?
You made me familiar with him. Thank you.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites. I've loved him for about 12 years now. Now, this brother is out of California. His mother, to keep him out of trouble, put him in art class.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and she would take him to art museums and stuff. And he would notice that on the wall were these master paintings from the early 1900s, 1800s. And the frames were beautiful, like gold and everything, but very beautiful. But what was missing? Us.
Yeah,
Okay.
little color.
Us.
Definitely.
So he decided very early on, he was going to make a difference. Now, very early on, he was painting white women in these art classes. And, he was painting them.
Well, that's what they asked you to paint. Paint Venus de Milo or something stupid.
And I think he's about 40-something. But yeah, so he was painting white women. And like I said, he noticed a difference in these masters from the early 19 and 1800s. So Mr. Keontae decided to put a twist on it.
All right.
He started to paint brothers and sisters from the hood. He said, hey, can I paint you? And put them on. For example, some of you might have noticed I had a little piece earlier with his work, Swashbuckler. But the Swashbuckler originally, he had on his garb. But Keontae's twist was to put a wife beater on him with some Timberlands.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
And this painting is huge. It's at the DIA. Some of you might have seen it on Empire at Lucia's place.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I think I did.
That's that artist.
Okay.
Now, I've checked out his work also at the Brooklyn Museum. He's phenomenal. His paintings can be about 18 to 20 feet, 18 by 20 feet, 15 by... They're huge.
Wow.
Yeah.
And if you walk in front of them, you still have this,
Right.
they're huge. So fascinating. But also, he would do stuff on stained glass.
Nice.
Brothers and sisters from the, with that look, that urban look. So, and he's in high demand. Now, 2017, you know what?
What?
He was commissioned by the Smithsonian
Oh, wow.
to paint Barack Obama.
Amen.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's
The
a
Smithsonian, yes, contacted him and said, hey, I want you to paint Obama. But then there was a little bit of backlash after that because he did some paintings on some sisters, right? Mm-hmm. But they were holding heads of white women cut off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
wow.
He said that
It's a little
was...
controversial.
Yeah, and his thing was it's a kill whitey thingy,
Oh, wow.
No, but he was still connected to, but he was still connected to the cause, that whole what he felt coming out of the hood.
Right.
And did I say he graduated from Yale?
But
this brother's
start
deep.
off painting white women?
But yes. So that's a little bit of a full circle.
It's a little contradiction going on too, right?
Oxymoron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oxymoron.
Yeah. So those of you who don't know Keontae, check him out. Google him. Look him up on YouTube. He's real deep. His artwork is It's unique, yeah. So
So it's kind of like my the artist that I like, Mr. Jacob Lawrence. He's from the early 1900s, the Harlem Renaissance.
All right, now.
The Harlem
Okay.
Renaissance era, and he described his art as Cubism, which is known to the French. But he started painting shapes and different things in Harlem.
oh, okay, yeah.
Things that were more of our culture.
Yes.
Okay.
And he was born in 1917.
Oh,
Okay.
In Atlantic City.
Oh, really?
But he didn't die until he was 82.
Amen. Still painting, I'm sure.
Still painting.
Mm-hmm.
Still painting. He died
Wow.
at 82, and
80.
he died
82 years old.
82
Okay.
years old. He died in 2000.
Oh, wow.
He died in 2000. So he's still. I got to think of the name of his series. He has a very popular series.
Really?
Okay, y'all come talk.
That happens when you go to work and come down here
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
kick back with your
It's
friends
called
and just
exhaustion.
yeah. You might even
Yeah.
see the bags under my eyes. I'm exhausted, but I'm like I gotta make it down here. I'm real
But
sleepy.
as long as we got sunglasses and concealer, we'll be all right. We'll be young forever.
Where my sunglasses at there? I need my sunglasses.
I wear my sunglasses at night.
so I can. Hey.
Hey! See?
Everybody knows
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. Well, speaking of black artists, and speaking, you said he died when he was 82 or 83.
82, yes. He died
82.
in 2000.
Well, this is an artist. When I say this name, a lot of people may not be familiar with him, but you're familiar with his work. Everybody, you're definitely familiar with his work, Mr. Ernest Barnes. And you're like, well, who is that? He is also the painter from Good Times, all of JJ's fabulous work.
Yes, my
That
favorite.
was
That is
painted
my
by Mr.
favorite.
Ernest Barnes. He also, fun trivia fact, used to be a professional football player, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you know, kind of like the O.J.
Oh,
Simpson kind
yes.
of thing. And what's the other guy? Fred Williamson, you know, all the black
Yes.
Caesar people, you know, they
yes.
were all football players and they became actors all of a sudden.
Okay.
You know,
But you
and
wonder who actually painted
Yeah.
the paintings.
Mr.
Did he
JJ
also-
did.
he also
Right, JJ did.
right.
Whatever.
In make believe land.
Who painted the is he also the same guy that painted the mural when Good Times comes on?
Yes.
Yes, he is actually.
Okay.
Yes, he's the same. Yeah, he did all of the artwork for that show. Also, he was also on the show as one of the hoods with the Sweet Daddy episode.
You know what?
He was one of the hoods
That
on
man
there.
is my one of my clients in LA. I'm also a massage therapist. So one of my clients in LA, that is her stepfather, because she had a lot of his
Really?
paintings.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
I just,
Look at
now
there.
when you said that, I thought about it, because I remember having the whole discussion about the Good Times paintings.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, you know, because it's unfortunate that we don't hear about a lot of you know, our black artists or African American artists or artists of minority. You know, I also have a friend that does art. His name is Antonio Art. He does still photography as well. He's based here in Detroit. He has his own studio in Greenfield Plaza. Does wonderful work, and if you never met him, you'd never know the kind of work that he does. But it's fabulous. You should check him out.
I sure will.
You know, we have so many talented people in our family as well who are artists and things of that nature. You know, we have things at the Charles H. Wright Museum, right, Miss Tina?
Yes.
You know?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's fascinating that everybody sleeps on a very local artist who slipped my mind. His name is Tyree Guyton.
Okay.
I know that name.
He's a local
Yeah.
artist. I'm very familiar with his son. We're you know, we're cool.
Okay.
His son is Taiwan Guyton.
Okay.
But he founded the Heidelberg
Yeah,
Project
I know
Oh,
that was
wow.
next.
Yes.
in 1986. 3600 Heidelberg, Detroit, Michigan 48207. If you wanted to go see it, it's right there off of 94 and Mount Elliott area.
Okay.
And what he did was he took a damaged, forgotten community and transformed it into art, abstract
Yes,
art.
it's beautiful.
Full of colors, full of shapes, just different things. He transformed that. And they were on a mission to vandalize it, destroy it. It was many attempts.
That's
it was in the
awful.
news where they tried to destroy it.
Because some people thought it was garbage.
Yes.
And
Yes.
they
But
didn't
no,
see it as art.
it was living art.
Mm-hmm.
And they
Exactly.
compared it to Sanford and Son. The way Sanford and Son's
The junkyard would look and
yes,
stuff.
that's, and I thought that was horrible for them to have to set up cameras and all this other stuff just to preserve this
Unnecessary.
art. Yes. But and then what a lot of people don't know also is that because of the Heidelberg Project, it brought in a lot of money towards art museums in the
wow.
city of Detroit.
Awareness.
Because they always want to cut that first.
Yes.
The arts are cut first.
So a lot of people around globally, they
Amen.
are involved with that.
And they backed him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And as a result of that, he has several projects or,
So shout out to
Yeah.
Tyree Guyton
Yes,
and
shout out,
Tawan
shout out.
Guyton. Thank
Shout out to
you.
guys.
And for those of you that are interested in African American art, check out Umoja Fine Arts Gallery. It's in Southfield on Northland Drive, and the owners are Ian and Tangi Grant. So if you're interested, I don't need. Oh, there I am.
Yeah, there you are. No trees. There you are over there. Oh, there you are.
Once again, if you're interested in black art and checking them out and supporting black businesses, we have a local store. It's called Umoja Fine Arts, and it's in Southfield on Northland Drive. And the owners are Ian and Tangi Grant.
Now, can I bring up a real quick artist here in Detroit? He's a jewelry artist, and his name is Milton Bennett, and he's phenomenal. Let me show you some of his work. Can you see this, guys? It's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful?
It is.
From
I have
scratch.
to buy some of it.
I know you have to see this. You can go to
For real.
he's on Facebook and Instagram. Is that phenomenal? And this is a pendant of his. Is that beautiful? Beautiful. A pendant.
That's beautiful.
And here we have another one. Yep, he's very good. This is just a few that he brought in. And this one I think is extraordinary. His name is Milton Bennett, and he is on Facebook as well as Instagram. You call it Egypt 2000.
His jewelry looks eccentric. It looks
It
turn of the
is.
century, kind of.
Yeah.
Dark shadows. You know, like
Don't
a
talk
dark
about no
shadows
dark
Very
flare.
green.
like
on
a gothic
shadow.
flare.
Yeah.
Or like, it's very.
This is nicer than Dark Shadow.
No, she's
Well,
saying it had like
but
a
that
flare.
dark
kind of
shadows
gothic.
represented money, though.
Yeah, they old money. Real
Yeah.
money.
Oh, no, I never liked Dark Shadows. It was too creepy. But yeah, this is his just a little bit of his work.
Yeah, this is very royal, regal.
Yeah,
work.
and you can find him. This is information. I don't know if it's backwards. But Egypt 2000, Milton Bennett. Yeah, he's local. And his stuff is very dynamic. He's on Instagram and humana.
Facebook, Smoke
Facebook.
Signal,
Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all of those good things like that.
Apple TV,
Direct
Direct
Amazon,
TV.
right?
This is Jacob
Comcast.
Lawrence's migration series. It's also in the Smithsonian.
See
Oh
that?
wow.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's very nice. You know what happens with artists who have a simplistic kind of style are very sought after.
Yeah.
Because when you become an adult, because I oil paint. When you become an adult, you don't have that. You can't paint like a first grader.
Right.
You can't, when you want to be a real artist, like I can't paint like a first grader. I'm striving to do better.
Isn't it weird that some art does look like first grade work and people are
And
paying
But
that's
yeah,
the
thousands
ones,
of dollars?
and
Yes.
that's the ones that
this
sell.
piece is $6,000 and it's just look like a crayon with water on it.
Right.
But hey.
And that's old school.
Yeah.
That's old
nice.
school. Yeah.
This is actually This series is actually from 1941.
1941.
The Jacob Lawrence Migration series. He has several different series.
Okay. Is he the guy that painted the photo on the Cosby Show that they brought? You know, remember the photo they had in
I
their
believe so.
living room? It looks like that.
Yeah, doesn't it? Doesn't
And
it?
they were so like enthralled when they bought that painting.
Yeah.
Claire was
Yeah.
so like, oh my God, thank you. So
Yep. Jacob Lawrence.
Yeah, that makes sense for that to be him. That's that style.
yeah.
Yeah. So those of you just tuning in, and I talked about how earlier we were going to talk about, Karen, Billy D. Williams is a painter. He sure is.
Oh,
Karen
wow.
reaching out still.
Hi, Karen.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal artist.
I didn't
He
either.
sure is.
Little do you know, right?
Yeah, we already talked about Keondae Wiley. I'm so sorry. So you guys who, and I mentioned earlier that we will be talking about him. Somehow we got cut off, and we talked about Keondae Wiley. If you missed it, you Google or YouTube him and see his phenomenal work.
Please.
All right.
Now, you know what? Anybody been to the Brooklyn Museum?
Brooklyn.
The Brooklyn
No,
Museum is one of my favorite museums because the Egyptian, we just talked about Milton's pieces being eccentric. They kind of have an Egyptian kind of.
They do.
Yeah, and the Egyptian collection in there is phenomenal because it's real. You got
Yeah.
real mummies in there. I love it. It makes you, when you go in that room that has the mummies and just the Egyptian room, it's very it's spiritual. It's
Okay.
very, you have to be quiet. You got to kind of get yourself together
Concentrate.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Even in where I want to go is Cairo.
I'd love to go to Egypt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to.
But you know, at one
We should take a
point,
trip.
when they were excavating us
pyramids.
back in the day, do you know people that were robbing the tombs that were actually selling the mummies? They were selling the mummies, and the people actually unwrapped them just to use that to stay warm.
I could believe that. Yeah.
Yeah, no
I
respect.
would've did-
No respect. No,
Oh
that's,
my
you know, it wasn't us
God.
doing it.
The other folk.
It was the others.
Yes.
I would have been
But
cold. Like the
why?
other folks. It was
Oh.
nice.
Because that is disrespectful.
That is very
cold.
disrespectful.
Because
I'm
that,
joking.
That's
I know
crazy.
you're not, baby. I know.
You got that
We're
on,
saying for
you
the
got that on
others.
selfie mode. You don't got that on me, do you?
Absolutely, you're fantastic.
Look for the
Watch.
I
for the
know. I got
others.
bags all
For
over
the
my.
others, you know,
Yeah,
they're
the others,
Simon
yes.
Black, everybody.
They got a wonderful. They got a beautiful
y'all.
museum in Paris. It's called the African Diaspora Art of Paris. Now, a sister started that in 1992.
Wow.
Very
1992,
good year,
yeah.
1992.
It must be
Yeah,
he was born.
It was.
You was born in 1992.
No,
I was about
no.
to say you was born in 72.
No, a little later than that.
But yes,
92
she has a
was a
lot
year.
of beautiful
We-
stuff over there,
Yeah.
and it's a great place to go and visit. They also got a wonderful
Feel good.
going on the tours for black folks over there to see how we made a contribution in Paris as well.
Show
You know,
people how you do
Josephine
it.
Baker slid out over there.
Did in Paris? That's
Yes,
right.
with Mr. James Baldwin. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they were over. You know,
Josephine.
Josephine Baker when they didn't feel
She
wanted,
made a name for herself.
didn't she?
Yeah.
She,
This way.
She remember she was over there. She adopted all those
She
kids.
became a star.
Yes, she sure did. She sure did. So, yep, they got that great museum over there, and they got another one in the UK called the Black Cultural Archives in London.
No.
Okay.
Y'all, did y'all know that?
No.
That's
You're
phenomenal.
teaching us. You educating
Yeah,
us.
I mean,
Thank you,
we
teacher
are all over the
Robbie.
world. We're all over the world.
Definitely.
So anywhere you go, you can go see what we doing in these countries. You know,
Yeah.
we making a mark because we are the what first people.
The original people.
Contrary
The
to
original.
belief.
Popular belief.
Because a lot
We're
of
the
people,
original people.
and a lot of our
How
people
are
don't
you?
believe that either.
We are
We
talking
are.
about African American artists.
Yes, we are.
And culture and history.
So who's been to the Lorraine Hotel?
I have been to the Lorraine
I have been to
Hotel.
Hotel Lorraine.
I've
Several
heard
times.
about that.
I always
But
like when I travel. Go ahead.
Familiar, make me familiar. I know a little
The
about
Lorraine
it.
Motel is where Dr. Martin Luther King was killed.
Okay.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
it has a very
Eerie.
feeling.
Yes, it does.
Isn't
Yes,
Memphis
it does.
great?
Yeah. Me
It's-
and my brother
it's-
Omar treated me to go over there one day. He said, let's fly over. So we flew over. Went to the Lorraine Hotel.
Yeah. I
Yes.
I
Is
tried
it still open?
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's not open where they can live
No,
there.
where you can
it's a
walk
museum.
by.
It's a tourist.
It's a,
kind
it's
You
of
can
a
Oh.
walk by that room.
It's a tourist attraction.
Okay.
You
It's
can
the-
actually go and you can feel all the eeriness.
The energy.
It gives you a
It's
very
deep.
American Horror Story vibe.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh God.
Yep, and the Cadillac, they got a Cadillac downstairs that represents that whole era. So when you walking up in this place, you
You go back to the
Yeah.
60s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
when I tour, I try to go to different museums that have historical
yeah.
Artifacts.
and stuff. Yeah,
To learn about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Have you been to the Whitney Plantation?
No, where's that?
That's in New Orleans.
I would like to do
Fan
that.
of not New Orleans.
But you know
New
what?
Orleans is very eerie to me.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
go. I want to go because you know the backstory
Too
of
many
this.
French Quarter witches.
The backstory of this place is that these white folks bought it from some other white folks, and they made them believe that they were going to use it for their slaves, and they didn't. They did not. They brought it to preserve it, and they it turned into a museum, basically. So many years later, to keep us from out of there, basically. Research that the Whitney Whitney Plantation.
If you heard of the
Museum.
Whitney Plantation, drop me some notes and information, please. Barbara
Yeah.
Jean,
Barbara Jean, do
Has
that for
anybody
us.
heard of that
BJ,
out there
I
watching?
know you
Whitney Plantation
know about that
in New
stuff.
Orleans. It's a museum
that-
also. Let me
The
know.
Whitney Plantation
What about Stax? Anybody been to the Stax Museum in also Memphis?
in Memphis.
No.
Stax
Yeah.
Records.
Now, white folks own the Stax records, right?
Right.
So, but they clientele was black folks.
Black, yes.
Yes.
absolutely.
And one of my favorite exhibits down in the museum is Mr. Isaac Hayes' Cadillac.
Okay.
It's twirling round and round. I was like,
Right.
what?
Hey,
What?
that.
I was
Yes,
like,
Yeah.
yeah. Love you, Mr. Isaac Hayes.
Shut your mouth.
Right.
Yeah.
What's that museum you work in?
No. Don't nobody know.
Okay. How you doing?
Simon's Museum. Wait.
Oh, what's the Museum of Hair and Wigs? Yeah.
Simon is building a whole museum of wigs.
and right, yes, these are one of my pieces. So if you want to buy one, let me know. I can get you together. And if you're losing your hair and you don't want to be bald headed, I can put your hair back.
Can you put this braid right here back?
Yes, I
This one,
can.
I sweat it right here.
Yeah, yep. We gonna braid it and we gonna work
But
it out.
glory be to God, because my baby hair is growing.
Good.
I've been using this
Super
these
bro.
hair products. No, these actually is a new line of hair products called the Monette,
Okay.
and they have all
Oh.
talking about black artists. They some artists. If you can grow this baby hair,
Right,
you are
baby.
an artist. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
This here,
Well, let me know about that. That sounds great.
Hot dog.
Miss Teeny, what's going on? What's going on in the world?
Well, actually, there's a local talent. She's a singer, comedian, actress, artist. Her name is Busany Love.
Miss Busany, we love
I
Busany.
love
We do.
Busany. She is so beautiful.
She is.
But you have to tell them how Busany was doing some of our artwork for the shows. Sweetheart Swindler.
Yes.
Yes.
Her artwork was featured on the stage in the living room. Sweetheart Swindler, and what else?
Oh.
The Vandellas.
Oh yeah.
Both.
Yes. The Vandellas.
Because we did it twice, right?
Right.
Okay. Yeah. So the Vandellas, Busany, known as Busany Love, she designs and individually hand paints jewelry.
Yes, she does.
Some of her designs come along with matching T-shirts and masks. She does mixed media artwork on canvas as well as sculpted pieces. If you want to follow Busany, follow her on Instagram at Busany. That's spelled BEAUSUNY_love. Busany is amazing.
Yes,
she does
she is.
amazing work.
She
Amazing
does. Yeah.
earrings. Her
Yeah.
earrings are beautiful. Please look for Busany Love.
Yeah. Busany has a wonderful spirit too. She's very genuine, down to earth, humble, and we love you, Busany.
Love you, Busany.
Slide that to Mr. Milton out the door.
Also,
Thank you so much, Mr. Milton, for sharing your artwork with us.
Mr. Milton.
Now we got another artist, local artist up. It's Pedestrian Artwork, and her artwork is called Cantus by Mocha Brown, and that means little face in Spanish. And this is some of her artwork. Wait, where's my little necklace at? I don't know if you can see my little necklace. This is one of her little faces here, but this is her work right here. I hope I don't drop it. Look, I hope I don't drop it. These are very ancestral. They have a very ancestral, very spiritual feel to me. And she does these on canvas as well. She's been commissioned to do them on pottery. And she's very talented. This is my daughter. She has done art shows here in Detroit as well as Chicago, New York, LA. And this is her. Hey, Tanisha. This is Mocha's stuff.
Hi.
Now, let me give you her information. She's on Instagram at Pedestrians, as well as Depop. She said that's like a little artist
Okay.
spot. I've never heard of it, but she knows all the young kids know about that stuff. And her work ranges from $15 to $29. And yeah, you can.
That's reasonable.
It is.
Yeah.
I'd love to get some clothing pieces from her. She has. Great
Yeah,
stuff.
she does artwork
Thanks,
on
Mocha.
clothing,
Love you.
canvas. Yeah.
I'm actually waiting on some sandals now.
Oh goodness.
Sandals. Well, I have two local artists. They design T-shirts and like different things like this. Actually, the
That's
sweatshirt
nice.
I have on.
Really, that's
The
beautiful.
sweatshirt I have on.
That's great.
She has all different kind of designs, and they all come. She rhinestones, a lot of custom.
It says, "Girl, please, I'm from Detroit."
and
I
that's,
love
it.
It's the Native Detroiter. It's
Oh.
the Unique Boutique.
Oh, okay.
Unique Boutique it's on 9 Mile in Livernois. Her name is Beverly Banton.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's
And
Miss Powell's
her
goddaughter.
Absolutely,
Yes.
yes. And I support her a lot, and she supports me. I wear a lot of her clothing.
It's very beautiful.
in my shows,
All right.
my comedy shows. I wear a lot.
It's more
And
beautiful in person.
She also has a series that she's doing now, the vote series, because it's very important that
Yes.
we all vote. We all
Was
vote.
that her
Vote.
piece
Make
that you
sure
had on the
everybody
other day that
votes.
read?
Yes, it says
It's very
vote.
crucial.
Vote
Please.
eliminates the virus, number 45.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
The virus that caused the
The
virus.
virus that caused the virus.
Yes,
Eliminate
okay.
the virus, number 45.
Ain't y'all tired of wearing
Vote.
these masks?
Vote.
Yes.
Vote, people. It is very important. This is a crucial time that
Yes,
we're
it
living
is.
in, and we have to vote. So I represent any way I can. If it's clothing. Also, we have another native Detroiter who's a very great artist, Crystal Franklin. C. Franks. She has
Okay.
the whole Detroit line,
All right.
and it has all of Detroit's history.
All right. I love
Everywhere.
that. I love that.
think I had a shirt on the block party. It had
Oh,
Detroit.
and I said I loved it. Yeah, I said I remember
every
that.
street, every
remember
historical
that.
place.
Yeah.
She captures all of Detroit.
And where can we find her?
She has C. Franks on Instagram.
Instagram. See Franks on Instagram.
Franks on Instagram. A lot of amazing stuff, and all of their stuff is reasonable. Miss Beverly has at the Native Detroiter. She has a sale every weekend almost.
Okay, Miss Beverly, I gotta get down there.
Yes, please
Yes.
get down there on 9 Mile
And Livernois.
Livernois. It's right across from the Ferndale
Oh.
supermarket.
Down there where F&M's used to be.
Exactly.
wow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
I
That go way
custom,
back.
custom
F&M.
anything you want. She customs,
Really?
and it's all detailed with rhinestones and.
Oh,
I love
have to
that.
try
I love that.
rhinestones
Me
and
too.
cups.
All right, Miss
Yeah.
Beverly,
Sugar
kudos.
bake, yes.
So real
Crystal puts faces. Crystal puts faces on all of her jackets. Like I said, everything is symbolic of Detroit. So check both of them out. Hey, Jean Smith. Do you recognize this lady right here?
Is that my brother?
Yes. What's up, Jean? So yeah, check them out. We got a lot of artists in Detroit that are entrepreneurs. Like there's another store called Wealthy. It's also on 9 Mile. Check them out.
Right. So let me show you guys this really great T-shirt. Somebody gave me this the other day. It's called, what does it say?
We can't see your.
It say blessed.
Boobs are blocking.
I ain't got no boobs.
Oh God.
Wait, let us read it. It says blessed, period, aka blessed. Blessed all the way around.
These folks.
Hey, Mary Smitler.
I was talking about the Lord. I love to talk about the Lord. God is a good God.
First and foremost.
Amen.
And they gave me this T-shirt, a husband and wife. And I was like, wow, you going to give that to me? Thank you. And they have this phenomenal clothing line called Blessed, period, spelled out. And one of the favorite shirts I saw on there it said, be happy because it annoys people.
It does.
It makes people uncomfortable.
I annoy the hell out of people.
It's called Blessed.
I find that hard to believe.
Always smiling. Look at smile.
Right.
You
Right.
make everything funny. Yes, I'm
You should tell them
laughing
because
at
I'm
you.
happy.
Yeah,
So
that's a good thing.
Happy.
Right.
So happy.
As soon as I get this tooth straightened
Real Steve
out,
said
we'll be
curly
real
way.
happy.
Bada boom, bada bang, chicken wing.
So happy.
So I just want to make a little station announcement real quick. You are watching WJZZ
Cool TV.
The Artist Therapy, the coolest station in the world. Find us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, and all.
Robin.
I'm scared to say Twitch. Sometimes it don't come out right.
And you can tune in to our show every Friday at 7 p.m.
Yes, you can.
The Artist Therapy. Yeah, we
At
can't.
WJZZ.
Yeah, well, we're just a bunch of friends that just talk about. It's
And we're here
quarantine
with our
time.
wine. It's
What else?
chill
What else
time.
we got to do? What else?
what else, right?
So yeah, we and that's all positive. We like to keep it positive.
Strictly.
Yeah, and this Friday night we ain't no clubs to go to. You can't really get in nowhere. So
Start our own after
They
hour.
got their wine.
Hey, why not?
Be
got
illegal
that
like
wine.
everyone else.
As long
I
as it's
don't need
outside,
no
what's the
wine
difference?
because I gotta be up at 3.
right. So thank you for tuning in. So we got to actually switch off to our second group of co-hosts.
All right.
Yeah.
Yes,
so God bless you
indeed.
guys.
Oh,
Yes.
Thank you.
We're gonna keep it
Well,
going.
it's good seeing you all.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll be back next
You
week.
guys
Until
Bye.
we meet
next week.
again.
Until we meet again.
Have a good one.
WJZZ Cool TV, Facebook Live. What's the other one?
Instagram,
Instagram,
Apple TV, Amazon
Apple
Prime.
TV, Amazon Prime. Check us out
Twitch.
Oh,
every
wait for
Friday
me
at
out there.
7
Y'all wait
p.m.
for
We
me
talk
now.
about something different: movies,
Send them in.
entertainment, love, life, happiness, peace, joy.
Movies. Did you say movies?
Yes, I said movies and books. 'cause
Did you say
I'm
books?
getting ready to start reading. Cause
What
it's
else we
gonna
got to
be-
do? And it's get ready to
Nothing.
turn cold. So
I got a new nose, partially.
how is that? What you
Pretty
mean?
good.
A new nose.
A new nose. My sinuses have been cleared.
Oh, beautiful.
Beautiful.
That makes sense. So it's always a treat to have you here.
Always a treat.
It's always a treat, my dear.
Artists from locally, Detroit.
You started at the beginning? Mine cut off, and so
I could request ballot. No, I don't need y'all to register me to vote. I'm registered. Thank
Right.
you very much.
Right.
This they be slick.
I
Yeah,
know,
watch
right?
it.
I don't know what
Don't be
that's all
trying to
about.
mail in your
No,
votes.
I know what
not
I'm
mailing
supposed
in.
to do.
Don't mail in your vote. Go vote.
See that? Take
Go
your
vote. They're being slick, so
Right.
don't go.
welcome.
Welcome, ladies.
Where's Wit? There's some wine over
You
there.
guys enjoy.
Okay.
Have a
Thank
great
you.
show. I'll be
Thank
back
you.
next week.
Yes. Don't go nowhere. I'll see you afterwards.
Why you wanna play your
We're just
game?
changing the guards. We appreciate you guys stopping in to the Artist Therapy. Andale. We're on.
Oh,
Yeah, we're on. They trying to get their wine together. We always talk about getting the wine
I
together.
brought my jar too for a little
Yeah,
wine.
this is no.
Oh, I
This
have
is it. This is it. Yeah, we got a changing the guard. Those are good over there. Yep. No. Nope, I just put that over there. Yep, and there's little Wit. Hello, Wit.
Hello, world.
Hello. Look at the babies are here.
Whoa. I'm glad to be here.
Right. Welcome. This is Noelle. Go ahead, introduce yourselves. These are our second set of co-hosts.
Hello, I'm Whitney.
Hey, I'm Bree.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
You tell me what y'all been doing.
I come every time I come in here. I never get a chance to get a wine bottle.
That one over there is
you missed
available.
out on
The
That's why I had brought
the
my
gold
shirt.
one.
I
The
was
gold
in a
one.
rush and I couldn't find my
The gold one's available.
classy wine cup.
That's all right. We always
So I
have
was like,
plenty
you know
wine
what?
glasses for you guys.
Let me find a jar.
No, there's something in here.
No, that's available. That's available. So, we're going to continue to talk about black artists, museums throughout the world. And so, I talked about Keondae Wiley earlier. That's the brother. You guys watch Empire, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Remember
I
that
haven't
big-
watched it recently.
I don't.
Yes,
I
I
haven't
haven't
watched it
either.
lately.
I need to catch up. I'm behind.
I didn't know it was still on.
They're doing a spinoff with Cookie, I've heard.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, this particular artist is on. He has a this huge picture at Lucia's place. You seen the guy on the horse? What is
Mm-hmm.
yes.
That's Keondae Wiley. Keondae
Okay.
Wiley. Yeah, he's out of California, and his mother, to keep him out of trouble, put him in art classes.
Oh, okay.
So look what it turned into. He was commissioned to do
And that
Obama's.
picture is beautiful.
Isn't it?
At the
It is.
DIA.
Yes.
It is beautiful.
Yes. He was commissioned to do Obama's painting from the Smithsonian
Oh,
in 2017. Yeah, so he's real deep brother. He had an exhibit at the DIA a couple years ago that I was able to catch, as well as in Brooklyn. Yeah. So what y'all got? What y'all want to talk about?
What about the museum in Washington?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was reading about that when it opened up. You know, it struck a real emotional chord amongst everyone because of how much information it has in there.
Yes.
It has everything from artistic history, musical history, you know, history about slavery. I mean, and it's huge. I really would love to take a visit down there to go and actually see some
Right.
of the different exhibits myself.
Well, my daughter Marilena went to go see that, and she sent me the pictures, a lot of pictures. She sent me, when I was going down there, the line was too long. This was a few years ago when they actually opened. But she was able to get in because she was in the Black Student Union at her school in Pace University in New York. So she sent me the pictures, and I was just excited to get the pictures because that was like kind of close to being in there.
Right.
And one was Harriet Tubman Shaw that I was like, wow,
Love
this
Harriet
belonged.
Tubman.
right.
Yeah.
This was Harriet
That's
Tubman
crazy.
Shaw. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then it
That
was the
is crazy.
Jacksons, one of the Jacksons from 1972, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Tito's, one of his outfits. And then, you know what else she sent me a picture of? Or something from Earth, Wind, and Fire. But Nat Turner's Bible.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
And, you know, that's very interesting
Yes.
because that's my great-great-grandfather, Nat Turner is.
Nat Turner.
Yeah, it's my
wow.
grandmother, Lucille Turner. That was her grandfather.
Wow. So they
Yeah.
passed this information all the way down.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
I
That
really
is
wanna go
deep.
see that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nat
That's very
Turner.
good.
What
Nat
else she
Turner.
told you about Nat Turner?
She told me, they told us a lot about Nat Turner. Some stories, though, are not as what we know in history. You know, they're a little different. I wouldn't go into major
Right.
detail, but I would just say that a lot of times they made it seem as though he just kind of, a lot of things people don't know is that the plant, what do you call it, master,
Yes.
was actually his father. A lot of people don't know that, and a lot of people don't know that he was of biracial. You know?
Right. They
Yeah,
always make him to be out like
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Yes.
And really, that wasn't the case.
So that's why you got good hair.
Right.
I mean, it depends on what you call it.
I know.
You
All of it's good.
Yeah.
Even that's good.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, that's pretty deep. That's pretty deep to be connected to Nat Turner. That's
It
real
is.
deep.
It is.
You know. So yeah, those stories, when we pass down stories to our family members and kids that don't know, it keeps legacies going.
It
You know?
does, but
Keeps you connected.
Something about that story is that a lot of some elders in my family, they really didn't want to talk about it. They were still felt as though if we talked about it, we can't talk about it over the phone. I mean, he led one of the biggest slave revolts.
Yeah.
I mean, he killed a lot of people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I remember my aunt saying that, like, down through the years, like they follow the descendants, you know what I'm saying? Like everyone that comes after. So she was very conscious of, now if we talk about it, we need to be together. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty deep.
It is.
That's pretty deep. So, yeah. So,
Well, another museum that I did a little research on was, I think it's the Hubbard House. And
the
it's
Hubbard
in
House.
Ohio. Has anybody been to that before? I have
nope,
not.
heard of it.
So what I heard of it, what I heard about it was a couple. I think it was a white couple that had moved there in like the 1800s, and they opened this house up to be one of the Underground Railroad sites.
Oh,
Wow.
Which was really, really interesting. And this
is
house
really
is still
interesting.
standing to this day.
wow.
And so
That's
I
awesome.
definitely want to go and
Check it out.
Check it out. I think we need to plan the trip sometime soon.
Yeah. Go to
Oh,
Hubbard
that
House.
would be very fun, and it's so close. So
Right.
it's like
Right.
it's not that far. We could definitely go.
Ohio's down the street from Detroit.
Right. It is.
45 minutes, but
Right.
just depends where that
Right.
particular museum is.
And it's funny, the church on what do I want to say,
Monroe.
Woodward and Forest.
Oh, Woodward
Yeah.
and
That
Forest.
was actually
Yep,
a part of the Underground Railroad
as
too.
well as second.
Yes, and I remember they were doing this was some years ago. They were doing like a tour of the church. They would do
Yeah,
they would
I know
act the
act
whole
out. Yeah, they would act it
Underground
out.
Railroad scene out of our ancestors escaping and running, and
Wow.
it was very, very interesting.
I wonder, do they still do that? That would be nice to see too.
I haven't
Yeah.
heard of
I
it, so
haven't
I don't
either.
know if they're still doing
The
it.
underground?
But you would be surprised that setup that they had. It was so interesting,
Yeah.
and they had some great actors. Okay, because I was in there
Right. Well, what'd you come up with?
Well, you know me. I don't go to museums often, but I mean, I love our very own, Charles H. Wright
Yeah,
Museum.
yeah.
So that is my favorite museum. I love it because I love how it takes you back. It's like you live in the moment
Yeah.
as you're walking
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
the museum. And I love Black history.
Yes.
And people would say, Winnie, why you love Black history? Like, you like the way we were treated? No, I liked how strong we became.
See that?
How talented we became out of, our
Crushed
African American
diamonds.
Yes,
Crushed into cold crushed into diamonds.
exactly. So I just love that museum. Like,
I love
I would
it.
never get tired of
That's right.
seeing that museum.
You know, I went to a museum in Maryland. It was called the Great Blacks and Wax Museum.
Okay.
And that was my first time going through the whole Underground not the Underground Railroad, the slave ship.
Yes.
Because at Charles Wright they have that slave ship part where you go through.
I love that part.
Yeah, it humbles you.
Yeah,
It
do.
definitely
It really
humbles
does.
you.
It definitely does.
And then the one in Maryland, they have a guy sitting there where the white guy is shoving fish down his throat. To force feed you so you don't commit suicide by not eating. And then they talked about how they would run off and just hightail it off the boat just to get away. Just to get away. But yeah, it's called the Great Blacks and Wax Museum.
I definitely would love to go there.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because we are a strong African American people. And just going to the Black History museums, it's just, like you said, it humbles
Empowerment.
you.
Mhm.
It
And
empowers you. Yeah.
And a lot of us don't realize that. We're worrying about rims and true religion jeans
Right.
and all of this stuff. And there's nothing wrong with that. But
Materialistic
priorities.
competition being,
Yeah,
you know.
this
Right.
contest mentality it's a place for all of that. Prioritizing. Everybody I like quality stuff, but I'm also frugal.
Very.
But yeah,
No,
but
that's right.
I good for
Yeah, it's called Frugal. I love the thrift store.
Yes.
But yeah, so another treasure is you were going to talk
The
about
Motown Museum.
Oh,
And
Yes.
now I love
Yes.
the Motown
Yeah, the
Museum.
Motown Museum is
Okay.
great.
So,
Everybody.
I know this is so crazy, right? Because you would say, like, Winnie, you live out here. You've never been there. I've never
you
been
gotta
there.
go.
Yes.
I mean, I rode past it, yes, but I've never been inside. So I need to take time to actually go inside and
It's time for
go.
you to go.
You
Yeah,
gotta go.
it's a very nice
I've been
tour.
there. I've been there twice. No, I think I've been there 3 times. I think I went twice. No, I have. I've been twice because I went once when
I
think
think
it
we
was-
went together. We went together once.
yeah, but I also had a chance to a friend invited me during the time when they were doing the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Right.
And I got a
Oh.
chance to not just see. We talked about all kind of blues and musical history. I mean, it was great. I mean, just seeing so many older, what do you call that? What do you call it? Music composers and musicians and.
So you saw Holland Dozier Holland down there?
Yes, I saw Holland Dozier Holland. Yes, I did.
Wow.
And they were wonderful. I mean, it was great meeting
This was
them.
at the Motown Museum.
No, actually, yeah, this was at the Motown Museum, but I also got a chance to go to day 2, and we were at the Charles Wright Museum, where they talked about the women of Motown and the Motown sound, and they really, I even have a video of Holland, not Holland Dozier Holland, of Dozier, Lamont Dozier, playing. He was saying how he came up with the whenever I'm with him, something inside.
I love
got that on video. I mean, that's like
Really?
a concert.
Awesome.
Yes, yes. It was awesome. It was really good experience.
I could go on that tour a million times. Though.
Yes.
Because the tour guides make you feel like you're actually there. Like you
They
were
do.
actually a star in the making. Like they let you sing in the room. You got the whole setup.
Wow, I didn't know that they
love
let you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
And then don't you actually you actually go to Barry's apartment or in the house?
Yeah, you
in
go
the
through Barry's
studio.
apartment, and it's so funny. Some of them was like, "Oh wow, that's
The
still
real
here." You know?
Yeah, the real original
The
studio.
original, yeah.
Wow. So, like, if you wanted to go into that museum, right, and you want to record something, do they allow for that? If you all know.
I don't think so. no.
Okay.
We got a treasure here from Motown, the Motown family. That's Mr. Roger Pensabene. His dad wrote one of the
Okay.
songs, I Wish It Would Rain. Our producer, Roger Pensabene's dad, was a writer.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I Wish It Would Rain. Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear that, Roger? Yep. They love your dad's song.
Sunshine, blue sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David be killing. No. Yeah, that's David. Yeah, that's
Yeah, David
David.
rapping.
Because then, not long after that, because David was only in the group for 4 years. And then, you
And
know,
he
Dennis.
made his,
Didn't he make his
made
impact?
Yes.
He really did. He
Only
made
4
his-
years, and he left his mark.
impact.
I mean,
So, what's your favorite part of the Motown Museum?
I love the last part, going in the studio A, right? And singing with everybody.
Oh.
Just jamming to all the old school jams.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I always tell myself, like, if I was born during those times, I would
that's
have
the
been
key
a
thing.
Motown
If you were
star.
born
Right.
during those
Definitely
times,
would've.
You
yeah,
would have been down. You would have been
I would have
one of them people clapping or snapping feet
Yes.
or whatever.
Even if I had to be somebody's background singer, dancer, whatever, I would have been there.
Well, I can't wait to go.
Yeah, but you
No,
know,
you gotta
one of
go.
those, you
Is it
know,
open right now during COVID?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had one of the stories that intrigued me was the Andantes. They're a girls group that came down. What did they say? They came down to Motown to be pretty much like the Supremes or the Marvelettes, but it didn't happen. So they became the background singers on every song you ever hear, that's played on the radio everywhere.
Okay.
I was like, wow, who knew that?
Yeah. And they
But
really
that's the
did get
importance of
airplay.
museums.
Yes.
Passing down information, and that's why that place is still there,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, so another museum I went to was what was the name of that museum? It was what? Did you guys hear when I said I went to Stax Museum?
No.
No, where is that?
That's in Memphis.
Okay.
White folks own that, but the people who were the artists were black people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very interesting museum in
Yes.
Memphis. And I was telling everybody earlier, they got Mr. Isaac Hayes Cadillac in there twirling
Okay.
around.
Wow.
So yeah, so all of that, anytime we put up museums, that's just our legacy being left there. Don't touch it.
Right.
Educate us, you know.
Yes.
And then when I was down at the Motown Museum, they had a lot of kids down there, like 7, 8 years old,
Yes.
who didn't know anything about the history. So that's important. That
Gotta
inspires.
teach them young while they're
extremely
young.
important, especially to just inspire and just for them to see that someone from where you're from was able to create all of this.
Somewhere.
It just
Yeah.
gives you inspiration. Like I know
does.
when I go to the Motown Museum and I see that video and learn about all the artists and how they got developed and everything, it makes me cry.
Right. It is
It's
emotional.
it's touching.
Right. Because
That's
a lot
how
of
I
those
feel
people
when I
are
go
gone.
to Charles
Yeah.
H. Wright
They are.
Museum.
Charles H. Wright Museum, yeah.
Yes, it touches me. I just be like, wow, like I
Right.
couldn't imagine like living through that time. You know, I
And
just,
walking
I
through the
would've made it.
slave
I know.
ship.
walking through the slave ship. How I couldn't imagine, but you know.
And then the women had to sleep behind the white men so that they
Yeah.
can have their way. It takes you there.
It
Yes.
does.
It does. It takes
I
you
discover
there.
something new every time I go to the Charles H. Wright Museum
Yes.
and go through that whole
Right.
display.
Yes.
I was there, well, it was a few years ago. They had, I love Egypt. I love Egypt. They had an Egyptian replicas. And, wow, somebody was calling me. And, yeah, the Egyptian replicas.
Okay, we pause for a minute.
Right. So,
Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
they had Egyptian replicas down there, like, what's the thing that the carrier that they carried, like Cleopatra, not Cleopatra,
yeah,
Cleopatra,
Cleopatra.
Nefertiti
Nefertiti, yeah.
on it, and it was like, wow. So that stuff takes you there, which makes me want to get to Cairo even more so.
I would love to go to Cairo. Honestly, it's that's like a place to see all the pyramids and everything.
Yes.
Yes.
That's like one of my top 5. On
Let's
my
put
bucket
down
list.
this list of to-dos, okay? We
Yes,
going to
I
Cairo.
definitely-
We got to write a list of these museums.
Yes, I definitely want to go to a lot. There's a couple.
So we should all go to Cairo.
We should.
Who out there want to go to Cairo? Yeah.
Once
Y'all should go
COVID,
together.
once
Yes.
I'll start looking for flights.
So we had a great show today talking about black museums throughout the world: Paris, London, New York, Chicago, and New Orleans. And yeah, so we just love to we just be talking. So anyway, so now it's time to say goodbye. Yeah, we hate it.
Yeah.
Well,
We'll
So,
be back next time.
next
though,
next
okay?
Friday. So always be of
Friday.
encouragement out there. We always try to encourage when we go out in the
Yeah.
world. So take your own sunshine and sprinkle it around.
Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, so God is good. God is a good God. God bless you guys to be safe out there and be protected. And I'm so glad we had this time together. They don't know that song. That's Carol Burnett because they
I
so
don't know
young.
that song.
See, they said I don't know that song.
my mom.
Dang,
that's
can
her
I
favorite
age out
Really?
there rapping?
Right? They about
Right.
5 years old.
Round 5.
Right. So again, local artists, go to Mr. Milton Bennett. Pedestrians, Miss Mocha Brown. That's pedestrians. Nortrice had quite a few. Donald Calloway is a great artist out of Detroit. And go on his Instagram. He's phenomenal. I didn't mention him earlier, but he is phenomenal. But again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week on the Artist Therapy. God bless you. 7 o'clock.
Be
there.
Yeah,
7
be
o'clock.
there, be square. Yeah.
Yes.
We need some theme music. We're going to
We
get
do.
there.
We need
We're going to get there
some
with some theme music.